The Republicans are engaged in voter suppression. That is what your media is telling you today. By requiring people to prove who they are to vote for our leaders, which is the greatest responsibility for any American. And it is our responsibility to make sure that only Americans are voting in American elections. Seems logical. But no. You're being told that there's certain groups of people, subsets of the population, that are either too poor to get an ID, they can't afford it, and voter ID is free, by the way. They'll say they can't get there to get an ID because they don't have transportation, or simply they're not smart enough, they lack the intelligence to know how to get an ID to prove who they are. So let's dig into that a little bit. I have in front of me a partial list of some of the things that we need currently to function in our society. And I'm going to read through some of those. One of them is buying alcohol or tobacco. Another one is opening up a bank account. Yet another, and this is kind of a big one that includes a lot of people, is applying for government benefits. There's a lot of people that are currently receiving benefits, subsidies from the government. That includes food stamps, welfare, Social Security, Medicaid, and unemployment benefits. For all of those things, you need to show who you are and prove who you are with an identification. If you're going to buy a house, if you're going to rent a house, you need an ID. Any type of driving of a car, obviously you need a driver's license. But if you're going to rent a car, you need a license to prove who you are. Are you going to travel on an airplane, hotel room? You need to prove who you are. If you're going to get married, if you're going to get divorced, any legal documentation requires you to prove who you are. If you're going to purchase a firearm, safety first. You need to prove who you are. If you're going to adopt a pet, if you're going to do any fishing, any hunting, if you're going to go to a hospital, any doctor, any medical care at all, if you go to the pharmacy to pick up any type of medication, you need to prove who you are. If you do any type of adult entertainment, and by that I mean if you want to try to get into a casino to be 21, you have to show, you have to prove who you are if you appear to be younger. And another big one that kind of encompasses a lot of people, telecommunications, cell phones. If you have one of these, you had to prove who you were before you got it. That's what everybody has, one of these. So what I'll tell you is, there is no voter suppression because you're required to prove you're an American citizen. That is just another lie that the liberal media is telling you. And the people that watch that media and have been watching that media for decades, they are being lied to, they continue to be lied to, and they continue to believe the people that are lying to them. So instead of believing their own eyes and using a little critical thinking, they will just believe what they're told instead of what their eyes are saying to them. The level of cognitive dissonance is astounding. So, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like and share, and then be sure to leave comments on what you would like me to cover next.